I'm gonna do a little introduction. Is that cool? Okay. Hello YouTube. Welcome back to another Sixes demo review. And I'm looking at POV demo from Squidder, who currently plays on Classic Mixup in Season 15, but this is from Season 14, where he's playing on Apocalypse Gaming against Classic Mixup. So I have Squid in Mumble with me, and I'm gonna let him do most of the talking. What's up, Squid? Squid, please!
Yeah, I think it's better if I don't say anything.
What a troll! Okay, thanks, Squid. Squid
Yeah,
actually.
40 seconds. What
Oh,
do you
okay.
got?
Well, just gonna talk to you a little bit. I mean, you made land last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was good. We came fourth, so we lost, and the team died.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Who was your favorite person that you met at land, though?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Top three?
You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
I am putting you on the spot. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'll just go with the demo then. Jesus, Squid. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'm at 3 seconds. You ready?
I'm at 800. Yeah.
Well, I'm at tick 200, so I'm gonna go to tick 800, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, I'm at exactly 300. You ready?
I'm ready, Squid. Wait, 800 or 300?
800.
Okay,
800.
perfect.
Okay, are you ready?
I was born ready.
SLIN, you're not being very professional about this.
Let's go, Squid.
Okay, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so no pausing. Don't crash. Alright, SLIN, so I'm sure you're familiar with the very typical valley rollout. I just got on crates because they hadn't jumped either side, and I wanted to see if they're going to jump their own side. Which is alright, but here you see they collapse, and we all died. Where she got crushed. Look at this, look at Enda, just going crazy.
Dang. Okay, so a lot of the
Okay, go ahead.
a lot of the people who will be watching this video, you know, might not be playing at the level that you're playing at, you know. So, can you give a basic rundown of what you're trying to accomplish on mid? We'll have to wait till next mid, I guess. What are you trying to do now?
Okay, are we talking like how basic do I need to be? Do I need to say like if you have to capture the mid, the capture point?
No.
Okay. Okay, well, it's worth clarifying. So this is a forward hold. They have Uber advantage, so we're just trying to keep them in lobby for as long as possible so they are slowed down. And this is something I like to do a lot. I think it's a little too predictable. You just snipe off the left, and if someone picks main, like we just saw their medic do, it can be a free pick.
That's pretty sweet.
So the reason we don't push right away, and you usually don't want to do this if you get a med pick, is they have heals that are decaying, like their buffs are decaying, and they might like come in quickly to try and kill your medic. So you saw I didn't switch off sniper right away and like get a buff and just run out the door. I waited, I was going to see if anyone was going to push in or not. And here, it's really important, I got rolled there, but you saw I didn't rush fire right away. I wasn't careful to pay attention to our medic, because in that situation, capping fire and then wiping, it means you're going to lose both points anyways. So it's just not worth it. O team backed up.
Makes sense.
So SLIN, give me some insight here. What
Actually, I remember talking to you a while ago, and you told me to use the red plus with the viewmodels on, which is pretty unusual for invite scouts. And that crosshair looks significantly smaller than what I was using the other day. But it looks like here you're poking out against the scout and trying to push your way out of this forward hold and
Nah,
you set it.
keeping vision.
Okay.
Just keeping vision.
Who's watching bottom left for you guys?
I don't know. Just whatever it is.
Okay. Looks like they're gonna push you out of this forward hold. You're gonna have to pull back to west, but at least you have even Ubers.
I like to get back on sniper. This is kind of a no opportunity cost thing. Because you don't need 2 scouts, and unless they send 2 soldiers lower left and like spam the ceiling, nothing bad will come of this. Like, you're not gonna die. But they can do that, so you have to have your roamer watch it.
Okay. So you're peeking main and basically only main. You see they have a sniper there as well.
Yeah. See, on defense, it's not really worth sniping an enemy sniper because if you win that fight, at best you're gonna get to suicide zone. You're not really gonna push, and if you get picked, they're gonna push on you. So you can see I'm more playing sniper for the vision than for the pick opportunity.
Yeah. But I like how you're zoomed in, so if you do see something, you might just poke out and try and get your full charge body shot, maybe. Or headshot in your case. If you were me, you'd go for the body shot. So this is gonna even out, and when things are stalemated like this, what, you just stay patient as you can, or? Switch crosshairs too?
You got all the time in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see they have a sniper. He was peeking from main, I think. Yeah, he's still there.
Just keeping him on his toes. So, switch to scout. I think I decided that the sniper wasn't really worth it. I don't know. You can do it if you're really, really good at sniping, but a lot of the time it's not worthwhile.
Well, the score, should be noted, is still 0-0.
Yeah, welcome to Badlands. This map is really stalemated. Like, we're voting out Gravel Pit when in reality we should be voting out maps like Badlands and Grand River. I think the community needs to get together behind that one. So Kapow got picked, and they pushed on us. I'm just holding top left. As you can see, I'm trying to deny anyone from getting over there. Just because our soldier was lower left and I didn't want him to get flanked. Interesting no reg shot. That was good. So this is like one of the points in a fight where playing heals is really important, because having 185 versus having like 90 is going to be the difference between getting kills here. It wasn't at all. I didn't fight anyone. Okay, maybe I did. But look at that.
Damn.
80 health left, so it would have been good to have a buff there, which I did.
So you guys tried your best to get out of there, you and Kapow, but without your scouts, it's going to be pretty difficult to capture Spire, but not be able to do it. Yeah, it looks like you can't. Oh, an Enigma. The sneaky play takes on Indust. So at this point, you're going to be holding last, and looks like you're back on Sniper. But this time they have an advantage. So is Kapow going to be on Pyro here?
Are they going to throw it away, pushing in before we get heals?
Let's
find out.
It's pretty standard. I mean, a lot of lower level players will be trying to be like creative or try and throw different things at him, but it seems for you like you're just very consistent, like sniping top left and then switching to scout and pushing out. And a lot of times you're covering the drop down.
Okay, the truth is, I see people do this on Gully Watch a lot. They'll be defending last and they'll like randomly push in the lower lobby or whatever. They'll try to get something done. The truth is, like, that's just pure, true and simple luck. Like, if you happen to stumble across an unprotected scout who's not looking at you, like, congratulations, you won the lottery. But more often than not, you're just gonna die. So there's,
right. It's a low percentage play.
It's not worthwhile to just randomly push at every opportunity. Like, yeah, playing scout on last is boring as fuck, but it's pretty much the only time that scout's boring. So you know, it's not all bad. So there's a trap to my right. I did know that, but what I'm trying to do is make it as much room as possible for our team, and we're trying to take a new grid to them. And didn't get a flash there, but the play was right. We made a lot of space in yard, like they completely backed out, and we had an Uber.
Right. And you didn't need to cap there because Kapow was already capping.
Yeah, that would have been a play that I was calling. So if you're a scout and you see an opportunity like that, like they're gonna clump up and choke, and you can get into them and have some follow up from your demo and soldier, you can call for an Uber there. Like, there, that's fine. Oh, look at this hat. What is that? That's a bitch.
Alright,
My
so
head is just like pale green.
you guys tried to push out a couple times, and Mixup failed a couple times to get your last, but they finally got it to work. So on the next mid, yeah, talk us through what you're going to be trying to do. You shooting jumpers, or who are you going for?
I don't remember what to see. Well, looks like we're playing our side. Gonna be playing Kudu, which normally is something you do if your team is trying to play under, which we're not really doing. The classic 3 miss. That's a good way to start the mid off. And here, it's just like clean up from here on out. Just play with your team, shoot the people that are shooting your hurt teammate. Because you see, I have a buff. There's no single person that's gonna kill me. But my teammates don't necessarily have buff, so you want to protect them from people who are suiciding with that.
What's your feeling on like whether or not you can like bait teammates, or like you waiting for the soldiers to go in first and you follow that up, or are you trying to equally go in it with them, or what are you looking for?
I don't know. I am kind of finding a new balance there. Like on the AG, at least, I was kind of a control freak in that I don't know. I wanted to be. It felt harder to like call plays and call pushes and call holds and stuff if I wasn't really in the middle of it. So like here, you'll see a scout soldier degree, which works out pretty well. You just roll that high round and get on point.
What would you say your role was on the team in terms of calling?
Probably like top 2 most active callers. So.
Is it bad to have a scout calling from that position, or? I mean, obviously you guys made land, so it can't be that bad, but.
It requires, like you see, I just took in a maneuver, and I'm generally more passive. I try to stay alive, so I don't know. There's kind of a role that fits it. It's the same thing as soldiers. Soldiers take in Ubers, they play passive, they try not to die. Pocket soldiers, at least they protect the medic. Like, I don't know, you can kind of fill that role on Scout. So here, this is a good situation where I think some people might have shot at the medic, but you see that your pocket is shooting the pocket, and you can just, I don't know, just help him out, because the medic, like, what's he gonna do after his protection is dead? Nothing. Here, you'll see our team pushes up really fast. I don't know, some newer teams might not be doing that yet, but if you wipe a team on mid or you get a lot of picks, you definitely don't need to stack mid. It's not worth it. Like here, we get a free second. The other team hasn't even spawned. Like they couldn't defend that even if they wanted to.
So here's
we have
going
Uber
up.
advantage, so even though we got a pick, you know, this is still prime time for pushing because we have full advantage. I tried to loop around, but you saw I went back to my medic when I realized that the buff soldier and the buff heavy, it's just, that's a nothing fight. Like there's no hope of winning that, so your best bet is just going back to the medic and being like, well, maybe we can play heals and win here. And it worked. I got the medic, so it's a decent trade. We didn't win the push, but when in doubt, play off your shield, I guess.
Right. Now, when you're taking your Uber into last like that with advantage, how many people would you say you need to have in order to make that push work? Like, I know sometimes you have respawners coming in, you know.
It really depends. Badlands last. I don't know. Like, it's easy for them to get into spawn. You kind of have like this really precise timing where if you have Uber advantage and you force them into spawn, they don't have enough people on point. So you need like, say 3 people on ground fighting point or whatever, spanning point.
Okay.
And if you can get a scout on point right then you're good. But if you give them any longer to come up and spawn and like have Uber or whatever.
Is this me or is my demo like skating a little bit? Like everyone's kind of floating around.
I don't know, it's just my POV.
A little jittery or?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought I was going crazy. That was a pretty good round from you guys. So that last mid actually worked pretty successfully for you guys, so it's safe to say you'll run it again?
I don't know. It's not always how mids work. Sometimes you just gotta train it up well. So here, this is more offensive than I would play this now. I don't necessarily agree with this, but he saw I took like 8 damage, so I just decided, you know what, instead of going in and like dying, I'm just gonna wait, get a buff, and see what I can do, and I went in and got the med. So, I probably would have tried to have more presence in that earlier, but as you can see on Battling Mid especially, the scout's role isn't necessarily to like barrel into the other team and get shot at a bunch of times. You want to get a buff, you want to time your pushes when people aren't looking at you, or when they're low health, or when they are looking at you and a teammate can shoot at them who they're obviously not looking at, they're looking at you. So be on point about building. You know, 20% can make all the difference. No harm in doing that.
Yeah, and we know Indus likes to build. So, what do you think about the passive, you know, aggressive scout, or however like to call it, combo scout, flank scout? Do you think that still exists, or?
I don't know. It's nice to have versatility. Like, I kind of understand the thinking. Like, it's not roles you want to assign. It's kind of roles you fall into. Like, let's say I were to die, and this obviously came up. Kapow would then play closer to our medic, play more heals. Would he be as familiar with calling your pushes, or, you know, running your Ubers and stuff? No. And if Kapow were to die and like our combo's dominating, and I were to go play the flank, would I be as familiar with like kind of pushing a roamer with our roam or whatever? Not necessarily. So
I see.
It's not. You don't want to let it define you, but kind of to an extent, you won't have too much choice in the matter.
Some really good plays there. I like how, I don't know, you can just like flow in and out without like people looking at you. No one's ever really looking at you.
You have to rotate your heals. It's really important to do that as a team. Like, if you know somebody on your team has a buff, let them play in front of you. Let them soak up some damage, soak up some pressure while you're getting healed, and then trade places. And if you do that better than the other team, your health situation will be better eventually. It's kind of like a... You can't really do that if you're like trying to get the medic, and you're like pushing last with advantage, and you realize they're really close, and you're like trying to crush the medic or whatever.
You're just talking like a slow push or something.
Yeah, something like a yard push works well because you can kind of back in and out of choke or whatever.
Here you guys go flank, get forced from the.
So here you see that they're going to mid, and I just say fuck it, you know, my team is going to be able to block that for long enough. So I go to second, and this is an important play. Like, you have to know when it's your place to go and like get a ton of frags and like dominate the other team, and you have to know when it's your place to just go AFK on a cap point and like win the round for your team. So it's something you decide right away. Like you just shout to yourself, right? I'll go to second, or I'll go to the other guy just lets him go talk about it. Don't hesitate to wait.
That was a really good play though. Actually worked up really well for you guys. I've seen Mixup pull that play before, where like you guys push the flank, or not you guys, but just a team will push the flank, and then AG will try and, or Mixup will try and backcap you guys, and then use their Uber to block Spire. But I don't think they had Uber there, so they just went and got completely wiped.
Nah, don't read too much into how Mixup is playing. This is more kind of like, it wasn't that Mixup played it poorly, it's just that we played it well. You know, obviously I can't give you any insight to how they were playing. I wasn't on the team, but I can give you insight on how AG played it. On Gully Wash, by the way, that's a good strategy, because second and mid cap just as quickly as each other.
Right.
So in a situation like that, if they were able to win the fight, and then they had like a 3x multiplier on mid afterwards, they would out-tap me, and then, you know, I'd be stuck behind them uselessly with my team wiped, and they would have been able to roll the line.
Okay.
So on Gully Wash, you know, maybe that's a little more viable.
I'm actually interested in watching you play this role, because I usually come in the valley here as well and then try and play this step, but I like seeing you go up that hoodoo. You're really sticky though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just don't. It's very non-committal. I see the demo takes damage. You want to get in on that. You know, I probably could have if I had like one more shot loaded, but knowing that my team is saying like their soldiers on us on slope, that's when it's like Snake Water, you know, you play passive and you bait the jumps and the soldiers land in you, and instead of countering their pressure, you just all collapse on the soldiers and get those free picks. It's just like that. I could have killed the demo, maybe gotten the medic, but why not just go back, protect our medic, get the easy picks, and you know, slow roll it. We can get Spire others too.
Sure.
Watch for highs especially. And this sucks. I really don't like being a scout on Spire when they hold back.
Yeah, that's putting a ton of damage onto you.
Yeah. I wasn't in on the super because I don't know.
There's so much pressure coming in.
Even though it's kind of like this returns to the whole roles thing. Like you'd say it's my role to have that medic almost died. You'd say it's my role to take Ubers in, but I was hurt. I didn't know if I could necessarily get through a medic without dying, so I just like to pad take it. And I backed in the house, looked for a roamer, looked for the health pack, whatever.
How come you decided to go in there at the very end of that? You know, it looked like you lost a couple players, looked like you were going to lose a Spire.
Because I got the same spawn wave as Sputter anyways, because he had just died, and obviously you saw like I was 20 damage away from killing the medic. So it was worth the risk. Yeah, I lose nothing, I catch an early spawn wave, and I gained a chance to kill the medic, which I didn't do, so. But even not killing the medic, it didn't make it not worth it. It just made it not profitable either.
So they're pushing with advantage, and you guys are probably have to
We're
give up Spire here.
90%, so this is a situation where like
You get plat
we
down.
want to get out there, yeah. We're really looking. This is a forced play. This is too fast to do if you're not already winning, in my opinion. Like if we were down 3-1,
I wouldn't do it.
It's too risky. It's too much of a blow to the morale or whatever. I went on the medic. That's a horrible trade there, actually. Because now we just lose the round. Like, maybe it looks like a nice pick, like I two-shot the med, I'm behind them, whatever. It doesn't matter. The medic is the most inconsequential class when you're pushing off the last and trying to like get frags from Uber. Who cares about the medic? He's not going to kill you. He's, you know, he is the least mobile class. He has the least damage output. That pick was more about the long-term game, like wiping them, taking Spire, pushing mid with Uber advantage, but it never got to that point, so it wasn't worthwhile. So I haven't left our side of mid yet, still playing really defensively. I don't know, like you see these picks are just falling into my lap. People are jumping in and they're shooting my teammates, so they die, and my teammates don't die because these people have 3 people shooting them, and each person on my team has 1 person shooting them. So that's where focus comes into play, especially if you're going to bomb a team like that, like we just saw Mixup do. You want to make sure that you have some focus on your team. Make sure you're shooting the same stuff.
With the Spire play here, I mean, you can tell they're trying to hold it pretty aggressively. They pop first. Looking good for you guys,
We got a nice
but...
force, so I think we wanted to solo Uber, because yeah, we did. This was it's a situation where the medic isn't like on bats or anything where we really need a scout to chase them down. The medic is backing in the lower lobby, and you kind of just got to think like, will my pocket be able to like, use splash really effectively? Will he be able to use the 8 seconds well? And if he can, then just, you know, you don't have to take every win.
You guys are just sacrificing here. You guys already lost a bunch of players. Wow, good pick though. Oh, Squid.
Dominating. Yeah, that play is an accident that isn't very reproducible, so that's not. It's not that good. It's lucky.
Right. See, I don't call them lucky plays. I call them low percentage plays because they can still work, but you wouldn't hit them majority of the time. And not that you wouldn't hit them. It's just that like you can't rely on that.
Maybe you can. So here you see this was like waiting on Spire there. Even I was starting to question like, what am I still doing here? I should be up. But then we saw that roamer jump, and that's the advantage of just being behind your medic as a scout. Like your pocket's in front of your medic, he's checking stickies, he's making room. You're the scout behind your medic, and someone tries to jump them, you know, you're good to go. You can deny them with them. And here you saw I kind of went on point and died uselessly, but my only job there was to force the demo to pop stickies, and then once you pop stickies, their only way of defending the point is to physically block it, and if we have a crit soldier, there's no hope of that. One rocket will kill them, and you can't miss a rocket there. So one thing I definitely would have improved from this demo would be not even expand so early. It's just completely pointless. Just,
How would you do that while creating presence, though?
I create no presence from the start. All I do is call where they are, and if someone's really aggressive, like on our side of point, then I would fight them, but otherwise, it's not like the two scouts are rushing the closet or anything, they're just on their side. So, what presence is there to create?
Got it.
See that sniper? Shouldn't have chased this. We got the pick, but really what we should be doing is trying to bring the Saber to left as fast as possible. Now you can see our heals are a little slower, they're a little, they're just not quite as good. Our Uber's in later. This had the potential to be like the throw, full Uber advantage, pushing last. How did they fuck up that push? You know, that kind of moment? That two scouts at forward spawn when we're trying to push last is not what you want to be doing.
Got it, and you just rushed past them and then that was it? Cool. Well, my thanks to Squid for showing us a little bit of insight into his gameplay. Hopefully you guys learned something there, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Make sure though, and this kind of goes for TF2 overall, like MG and stuff. Have you ever heard the saying, practice makes perfect?
Yeah.
Of course you have. And you ever heard the saying, perfect practice makes perfect?
Read that too.
Yeah, well that's really true. Like, you know, make sure you practice the right way. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be just going through the motions.
Don't think about what you're doing. Think about what went wrong. Getting better is not a process of adding good plays to your playbook. It's about removing the bad ones. So, you know, and eventually everything will boil down to, I have a formula that works. I'm aiming well. You know, this is gonna work.
I like that. I like the way you put that. Removing the bad plays.